In this video, we are going to learn about calculation of determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Here, I have taken a determinant of matrix A, which is a 3 by 3 matrix. So it has 3 rows and 3 columns in it. You need to note that we can only calculate the determinant of a square matrix. Here, it has 3 rows and 3 columns, so it is a square matrix. So we can calculate the determinant of this matrix. Now, how do we calculate the determinant of a matrix? To calculate the determinant of a matrix, what we need to do is we break up this determinant into determinants of smaller order. Here, this is a determinant of order 3 because it has 3 rows and 3 columns. So we need to break up this determinant into determinants of order 2 by 2, and from that we can calculate the determinant of this matrix. Now, how can we do that? We can do that using any of these rows or columns. So let's start with this first row of this determinant. So it is going to be equal to 1 times 2 1 5 2 minus 3 times 7 1 3 2 plus 5 times 7 2 3 and 5. So what we did here is this, you can see this one here, this one is this one. So we took this element and we cancelled out this row and this column, and the elements which remain here, the elements which remain is 2 1 5 and 2. So this determinant, you can see the determinant of order 2 here. This determinant is composed of these elements 2 1 5 and 2. After that, since we are operating on this first row, the next element is 3. So for this element, we cancelled out this first row and this second column because it lies in the first row and second column. So we cancelled out this first row and second column, and the remaining elements are 7 1 3 and 2. Here you can see 7 1 3 and 2. These remaining element make up this determinant of order 2, 7 1 3 and 2. And lastly in this first row we have this element 5. So for that element we cancel out this first row and this third column, and the remaining elements 7 2 3 and 5 make up the determinant of order 2. In this way we can break up this determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix into a form that contains determinants of smaller order, that is 2 by 2 determinants. Here you can see I have used this symbol negative, minus in front of 3 and plus in front of 5. So it is our formula of breaking this determinant into this form. So 1 times determinant of 2 1 5 2 minus is used for this second element, minus 3 times determinant of 7 1 3 2 plus 5 times determinant of 7 2 3 and 5. Let's try to solve this and find the answer. Now what will be the determinant of this first 2 1 5 and 2? We can easily calculate the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So it will be 1 times 2 into 2 minus 5 into 1 minus 3 times, we open up this determinant. I hope you know how to do this. So 3 times 7 into 2 minus 3 into 1 plus, here we have 5. So 5 times 7 into 5 minus 3 into 2. In this 2 by 2 matrix, determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, we need to multiply this first element and minus this element times this element. Here you can see 2 into 2 minus 5 times 1. Here also, to calculate the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix, if you don't know, 7 times 2, we crisscross multiplied this and this element minus 3 times 1. 7 into 2 minus 3 into 1 plus 5 times 7 into 5 minus 3 into 2. This is how you calculate determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Now, what will be the answer? After solving this, we will get 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 3 times 7 times 2, 14 minus 3. 14 minus 3 is 11 plus 5 times 7 times 5, 35 minus 3 times 2 is 6. 35 minus 6 is 29. So, from this, we will get 111. And this is the answer. We open up this matrix using this first row. We can also open up this matrix using this first column also, or any of these rows or column. But the signs will be positive, negative and positive for first row and first column. But for second row and second column, it will be negative at first, and for second it will be positive, and at last it will also be negative. Now you might be wondering how that formula came. Actually, the formula for determinant is given by, first let me erase this. Actually, the formula for determinant came up from the concept of cofactors. So the actual formula is the determinant of matrix A is given by A11 times capital A11 plus A12 times capital A12 plus A13 times capital A13. Here, if we are willing to calculate the determinant using this first row, so then the formula is like this. A11 is this element and capital A11 is the cofactor of this first element. If you don't know about the concept of cofactor, you can watch my previous video. So it will also give the same answer that we got from previous formula also. So let's open it up using the first column. Using first column, it will be A determinant will be equal to A11 is the first element times its cofactor A11 plus the second element of this first column will be is 7. So 7 is A21. Second element, second row and first column, so A21, and its cofactor is capital A21 plus it will be A31, third row first column, and capital A31, which is cofactor of the element A31. So you can also calculate the determinant using this formula. You can calculate the determinant using any rows or columns in this matrix. So thank you so much, and if you like this video, please subscribe the channel and comment down below if you don't understand anything.